Hi everyone! I didn't expect to do another oil pastel review video, but as it happens, the company Arrtx sent me a message and asked me if I wanted to review their oil pastels. And I'm sure a number of you have heard of this company. They've become pretty popular over the last few years. They have a large variety of art supplies. In fact, I have bought some myself and I've always been pleased with them. So when they asked me to review their oil pastels, I was very excited. So they sent me this box of 72 vibrant colors, which is really cool. It's artist quality. They're supposed to have a creamy texture that they blend and mix really well, and they're just fun to play with. So I can't wait to play with them. So the box is cardboard. It feels very sturdy. On the other side, you have all the colors with the numbers and the names. They are made in China, as I believe that's where the company is from. And let's see what they look like. So they seem to be very well protected in foam. And they have each their own little space within the foam. So that's really nice. And those colors look really nice and bright. So that's exciting. I like the fact that they are wrapped so that your fingers do not get dirty really fast. And then they seem pretty easy to tear. So that's going to be nice, as you start drawing with them. If you need to remove some of the paper, that's really easy to do. So the wrapper has the name of the color and the color number, which is on both sides. Like you have it on this end, but as you remove it, then you also have it at the bottom here. Although I'm not sure if they are available open stock, probably not in the US, maybe in China. I don't know. But right now I'm really liking what I see, the color selection, those yellows and skin tones, all the earth tones. There's plenty of blues and greens, a nice variety of purples too, as well as a few grays. So I think it's a very good selection. Now, for those of you who have watched my oil pastel review videos before, you know that I always start with the same test every time. And I will show you what I mean. Let me cover this to protect the pastels. So I've drawn a bunch of these eyes, which are from a tutorial on YouTube by Black Bean CMS. I will put a link in the description box. And I've decided to just try it with all the brands I'm trying to do the exact same tutorial, because I think it's a great way to compare them. Just drawing the same thing, trying to use the colors that are as close as possible. So it's not always easy because, of course, you can't always find the same colors in all the sets. But I thought that was a very fun experiment. And it's really helped me compare all the different pastels and figure out which one I like best. So I've got a little spot here where I'm going to draw the eye. And first I need to select the colors. Now what I usually do when I start painting with oil pastels is if I remove them, like this is a big box, so it takes a lot of space on my desk. But I'm going to select my colors and I'm going to put them on the paper towel. You can just have a tray if you want, just so that your desk doesn't become all covered in colors, because the pigments really transfer very fast. All right, I think I've got all I need. So here's the result. Several times I had to remove some of the chunks from the pastels so that I could add more layers. And I must say, this is a brand new experience. I don't think I can compare them with any of the other pastels that I've tried before. The closest might be the Paul Rubens, but even that, they're not the same. The Paul Rubens and these, they are on the sticky side. If you think of the Sennelier being very soft and creamy, they're more like butter or lipstick. This is not like lipstick. There's more resistance on the paper, which is the reason why the layers are really thick. And so that's why it's more of a 3D painting than something flat. Like if I compare it to the Holbein here, the layers are a lot thinner and they blended very well. I was able to define the lines better and control them better for my style of painting. These are so soft that it's harder to control. That said, I think they will be a lot of fun for more abstract paintings or paintings that don't need as many details. And they would be a great addition to your pastel collection. They have a different use. Like I was saying in other reviews, you know, there's not a bad oil pastel. They each have their own use. For instance, you can use a cheaper, harder pastel like the Pastel for the first layer because they're not going to give you a thick layer. And then you can add layers on top of that with softer pastels like the Munguillo, for instance. And then if you want to add brighter highlights, you can use a very, very soft pastel like the Sennelier on top of it. Because they're very creamy, they're not going to remove whatever's underneath. Some of the brands, like the Paul Rubens, or in this example, the Arrtx, they don't blend the same way as other pastels like the Caran d'Ache Neo Pastels or the Holbein. They do blend, but in a more abstract way. I hope I'm making sense. But I think this effect is really cool. And that white is so soft that it would be a great addition to any palette. Because you can go right on top of the other colors. Look at that. I went right over the dark blue. And you can't see. You can see it underneath. So it's almost like painting with a palette knife. So it's really cool. I think I'm making a mess now. So anyways, this is the eye for my first test of these pastels. And in my next video, I'm gonna paint a finished piece with them and see how they fare. And I really can't wait to play with them a bit more and see how I like them. So come back in a few days. I will be posting the next video with a full drawing with these pastels. And I thank you all for stopping by today. I hope you liked this review. I hope it was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can always click on the thanks button right next to the share button. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.